Imagine that you have two tables. The first one is related to students and the other one is related to courses. We can acknowledge that each student can sign up to multiple courses and that each course can involve multiple students. This relationship, where each student can sign up to multiple courses and each course can have multiple students enrolled, is called many-to-many. Whenever we want to declare a many-to-many relationship in SQL, a good approach is to have a junction table, which is just a table which sits in the middle and connects our two tables. This kind of table can hold data about each student and his course. It will hold each student ID and each course ID. So let's go back to here. And here you can see our tables. We have the first table, which is the students table, and then our second table, which is the courses one. And then we have our third table, which is the student courses table. In our case, this table is our junction table. This table is holding data about each student ID and each course ID, which is related to the course the student took. Take a look at our students' data. You can tell that Bob has ID number 2. And now let's take a look at our courses data. And history has ID number 3. Let's say that Bob is looking to learn history. We can specify Bob's ID, which is number 2. We can specify it under the student ID, and then we can specify the ID which is related to the history course. And in our case, the ID is number 3. So let's do it. Insert into. Let's take a look at the table's name, student courses. Okay. And now let's specify the columns. The first column is student ID, and the second one is course ID. Let me check that it is correct. Yes, it is correct. And now we should specify the values. Let's specify Bob's ID first, which is number 2, and our course ID, which is number 3. And as you can see here, it is number 3, as I said. And let's try to execute it. And it seems like everything is quite good. Let's do select all from student courses. And here we have our results. So we have the student ID here, which is Bob's ID. And then we have the course ID, which is ID number 3. This ID is related to our history course. Take a look here. History has ID number 3. Now we can use a simple join query in order to combine data from all the tables. So let's do it. We can do select all from courses. We will build our join statement step by step. So select all from courses, and then we should specify our join, inner join, and let's choose our student courses table on courses.id, and then we should specify here the course ID, course ID. Let's try to run it. And as you can see here, we have the first step of our join. Now we should also join the students table. So let's do it. Here we should specify join again, inner join students on student courses dot student ID and students.id. Let's try to run it now. And as you can see, we got all of our data at once. We can format it a bit better, so let's do it like this. Select courses.title as course title. And then the second thing we would love to select is the student name. So students.name as student name. And let's try to run it now. And as you can see, now we have our data in a much better format, and we can see what course each student took.